What is up, guys? Welcome back to Robbie Trust TV. It's your boy Ra, and today's video will be part 2 of anxiety. If you guys didn't see, I'll leave the link to part 1 in the description. Part 1, I'll give you a quick rundown if you don't want to watch it, but I do hope you guys did watch it. And I know some people don't want to go back. Here's a rundown. I just basically talked about anxiety, my anxiety that I deal with, and just like other people, I did 2 examples of anxiety, like other people anxiety, and just the definition and what I think it is. So today's video I will talk about just how I handle it, and hopefully this gives people tips. And because I'm not going to tell anybody how to handle things, because one, I don't control your life. I feel like everybody's in control of their life, and I feel like everybody knows what they might not know yet, but they learn what works for them. So me giving somebody a tip might not necessarily work for them. But if you guys didn't see last video, the anxieties that I deal with are talking out loud, interviews, presentations, social gatherings like parties, and anything where I really don't know anybody at all. If I can't be around, if I can't be around like a little clique, or just even like one person that don't know nobody that I can spend at least most of the party there, I'm probably not going to go, because it's going to give me anxiety to go somewhere where I don't know nobody. Also interviews, and I think that was it. Because I don't think I named anything that was like super, because I don't even know now anything else that besides those 5 things that give me true anxiety. Oh, one thing I didn't mention last week that does give me anxiety is talking on the phone. So basically, a lot of my anxiety, if you guys haven't noticed, is just communication. The way I've learned to deal with a lot of my anxiety has been, I just really play a situation in my head and how I'm going to go about it. I think of any factors that can go wrong, and honestly, I wipe them out. I think about them pre-hand. I think about what can bother me in a situation like this that's going to affect me and really make me feel like embarrassed, or just make me feel stupid, or just bring my emotions down. So I pre-plan situations in my head before I get into anything, and I think about all the negative stuff that can happen, and I think about how I can handle all the negative stuff as they happen. So I just pre-plan a situation. I go into it head first now. Before, I just wouldn't deal with certain things, but now I'm learning, like, not every situation, but smaller situations, step by step. I'm just going in. Whatever happens, happens. This is how I'm dealing with it. This is how I'm going in. One of the situations that happened for was a job interview I had, Michael's. I was going through job interviews, and there were some I wasn't going to, and then there were others that I was going to, but I'm not going to use Michael's because that was 2 years ago. I'm going to use more recent one. A job interview that I didn't before COVID, that I didn't look it up, but I came across it, and I was like, oh, this, like, it fits the criteria of basically everything I'm doing on YouTube was what the job was in terms of mental health and talking about that, and just everything I want to do on YouTube that I'm doing, I'm getting to do, I'm going to do, like, in terms of just talking it out. It was one of those type of clinics, but I was going to be in clerk, like one of those people that you see as soon as you come in to give your like insurance cards and stuff. So leading up to the interview, I was nervous, but then I started like telling myself, like, this, I know this, I went to school for this. If they ask why I want to leave a job, I don't care what the job like is. This is what I'm going to say. This is how I'm going to handle it. Because I'm not trying to throw nobody under the bus. And like, even when they ask me about like why I want to leave a job, honestly, this was like my profession. This is what I went to school with. So this is what I explained to them. And looking back, I didn't like the place when I got there, but I still went to the interview just to give myself like a fight with like my anxiety. Like, I'm gonna control this. If I don't want the job, I'm telling them I don't want the job, but I'll still go to the interview and just kill the interview. That's what my mindset is like. And when I got there, I really didn't like the environment. It was a cool place in terms of like when you get into like the back, but like the way they had to handle the customers and like how crazy they were explaining the customers can be, not customers but the patients, I don't think it was worth it. And I'm glad I didn't go there. I'm glad I didn't stick with it. I'm just glad I went to the interview and I decided how to handle it. Definitely I might do something tips and tricks and just how to get interviews and how to handle that. I'm not the best with it, but I've learned some tips from 3 years ago when I was out of college till now. What else? But I handled it basically because I know these are the questions they might ask. Whatever they ask that can throw me off is going to be pretty much impossible because I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm talking about, and I know how I'm going to handle it. So I just pre-planned the whole interview in my head, and it went as I planned. There were things, of course, that they asked that might have not been what I planned, but for the most part, it's why are you leaving your company? Why do you want this job? What skills you think this job can do for you? What just skills you think the job can give to you, and vice versa. Like things like that. Like I pre-planned everything I was going to say, and I went in and I killed it. Another thing that I do besides that is I give test runs. I might, if it's an interview or if it's somewhere I know, I Google map the place. I look up like how the place looks, or I look up just, I use Google for everything. So if I could find more information, just like the people I know I'm going to deal with, I go into it and I understand it. Like before I got to the job I'm at now, I looked up the manager when I found out the manager's name and how I had to like have an interview with them. And I just like, this is who I was going to have the interview with, and this is who I was going to sit with. So I just like, I handled it, like I cleared my mind a lot. I handled it like that, and I probably listen to like a motivational song before I get there, just the motivational videos that you can find on YouTube. Motivational song for me might be like a Kid Cudi song, just any song to remind me that I'm great. I know a lot of people might not agree with this, but R. Kelly, World's Greatest, one of the greatest songs to me ever, because it does remind me that I'm great. It reminds me of like everything he says in that song, despite his personal issues and everything, but like artistically in that song, it does help me shine as better as a person because of just like, I'm listening to the lyrics, not the person that's singing it. But a lot of the situations I will handle is just, I pre-plan what I'm going to do. Other things is, I realize it's not the end of the world, so I think to myself like, if I fail at this, I can bounce back and I can go and try again, or I can try something better, I could try something worse, but it's not going to be my end all be all. Like it's not going to be my downfall. That's one thing I do hope people take from this video. Like when you have anxiety about things before the situation, if it doesn't go good, it won't be a downfall. Even if there's something you waited for in your life, things work out the way it should work out, so it would never be a downfall. It just might not be the time for you yet, but who knows? Like if something's not time for you yet, in 3 years it might be, because you might have a better mindset of how to handle it. But I think that's all I have for now. That's why I did say it might be a 2-part series, it might be a 3-part. We definitely will revisit this topic again, and just maybe other tips, other things that's been giving me anxiety, because anxiety is not going away. One thing I learned about like anxiety, it doesn't go away for me. It doesn't go away for a lot of people. So it's never the thought of getting rid of anxiety, it's the thought of controlling anxiety. So I don't want to get rid of it, I want to control it so I can always be the winner. Because if I can control it, I will always be the winner of this outcome. But we'll definitely retouch on this topic a few months from now. See you guys soon. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Ryan. You know I'm out of here. Deal with like watching myself as I record, and just how much bothersome it is, and like how much like, even like it takes me videos, it takes me hours to do a video. It's gotten better, but just the thought, like when I first made my first YouTube video, I hated it just because it was so much. I'm sorry if I'm sounding like I'm stuttering up now. I'm kind of nervous talking about it and like really looking directly in the camera. Like that's where my anxiety, like just the thought of talking about anxiety about giving me YouTube videos just starting to bother me. But it is something I know I have to deal with, and like I've gotten better over the months, but I still have horrible anxiety about like not only recording myself but editing how good the video comes out, because I need to be the best, but I know I'm going to be the best too. Like I need to be the best and I know I'm going to be the best, but as of right now I'm not where I know what I could peak at, and it's just, it bothers me, but it's okay. It's all a practice, and I know in a few months you guys are going to look at this video and be like, oh, compared to the videos has out now from back then, you can see the improvement. But like as of now, it nerve wracks me. Like I hate it. Like before I do a video, I think all day about doing the video. I think about the introduction all day, and guess what? I still do the introduction at least 3 times. At least 3 times, unless I'm doing an unboxing. That's one thing I've learned about, like on my main channel. Doing unboxings has helped me, because it's like once you unbox that mystery box, buddy, you have to go with it. But it is what it is. I've gotten better at it, but I still take like 3 times to do like, what is up guys, welcome back to Raw We Trust, or what is up guys, real life for Raw. Like it takes me so long to do those things. I just wanted to add that to this video to let you guys know that, yeah, when you're watching this, it's me fighting anxiety. So every time you guys watch a video, just remember I'm going like back and forth with anxiety in my body right now, in my mind right now, and I'm letting myself win over the anxiety because I'm controlling it to drop new content. Try to do it at least once a week for all you guys. So again, just want to add this to the video, back to the middle